Good evening, council and staff. It's Wednesday, September the 10th, 2025. And for those that have joined with us in person as well as those join us virtually, we welcome you. Good evening, council and staff. It's Wednesday, September the 10th, 2025. And for those that have joined with us in person as well as those join us virtually, we welcome you.
It's bad enough we have the other ones.
These two wasn't.
We're good.
We know we're broadcasting.
We're now into the month of September. I would like to remind one and all that September is Cancer Awareness Month. A month to support and honor those affected by cancer, with initiatives focusing on research, care, and advocacy for various types of cancer. I can assure you that cancer does affect all of us. First of all, I'd like to welcome back Deputy Clerk Lisa Smeekins. Lisa, it's good to have you back with us again. Yes. This meeting will be streamed live and recorded for public viewing on the town's YouTube page. We acknowledge that this land on which we are gathered today is part of the ancestral land of the Chippewa, the Ottawa, and Potawatomi peoples, referred to collectively as Anishinaabe. It is through the spirit of the land, water, and air that we recognize their unique cultures, traditions, and values. Together as treaty people, we have a shared responsibility to act with respect for the environment that sustains all life, protecting the future for those generations to come. Council, I would ask you to declare pecuniary interest when you feel that it is appropriate. Article 1 will be declaring on 8.1. Clerk, do we have any delegations this evening? Okay. Let's go to item 5. I have a motion by Councillor Van Claveren, seconded by Councillor Wolvette, that the report by Adam Sabansky, Chief Administrative Officer, dated August the 27th, 2025, regarding the Wyoming Pool Future Replacement Fundraising Plan be received and endorsed by Council. Council, you've had an opportunity to review Mr. Sabansky's report. Mr. Sabansky, anything to add to it?
No, Your Worship, other than that, providing a fundraising plan to the Wyoming Community Foundation is a requirement for long-term funding projects. So we're in partnership with the committee members. We have prepared this plan for council's consideration.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Councillor Rodriguez?
Thank you. In the project overview, you're noting the estimated project cost is $4 million. Is that an entire replacement? Because we're spending a significant amount of money right now. Which I believe I saw posted. The pool liner is supposed to give us another 10 years of life. So is the 500, where's all that going to go if we're spending, or is that part of this?
Mr. Sabansky?
Through the mayor. So as outlined in Mr. De Silva's report in regards to the rehabilitation of the pool, the current rehabilitation is only intended to extend the pool life to 10 to 15 years. At that time, the pool will either have to go through another full renovation, or it would have to be replaced. Given the pool does not meet AODA standards as it sits today and would be not able to meet AODA standards without a complete rehabilitation of the pool itself and the building. We thought it best to plan for the complete replacement of the pool 10 to 15 years from now. By doing a rehab now, that gives us 10 to 15 years to work with community partners, the community, to fundraise for the pool, as pools are a high value infrastructure project. We thought community buy-in is important, hence why we are recommending starting out with a community awareness program in the early stages of the fundraising plan, while then moving into the actual fundraising way through the process.
Okay, thank you. So the progress reports and stuff, I wasn't really reading it right, I guess. Maybe things were happening during the 10-year phase, but you're waiting the full.
Further? All those in favor? Carried. Okay, let's go to item 6.1. I have a motion by Councillor Van Claveren, seconded by Deputy Mayor McEwen. The minutes be adopted by council. Those confidential minutes of the closed sessions of council remain confidential and restricted from public disclosure in accordance with the exemptions provided Municipal Information Protection of Privacy Act. That would be our planning council meeting minutes of August 25th, 2025. Our regular council meeting minutes of August 27th, 2025. And our closed regular council meeting minutes of August 27th, 2025. Council, you've had an opportunity to review them. Any questions? All those in favor? Carried. Okay, item 6.2. Meeting minutes. So I have a motion by Councillor Rodriguez, seconded by Councillor Vaizey. The minutes be adopted by council and those confidential minutes of the closed sessions remain confidential and restricted from public disclosure in accordance with the exemptions provided in the Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act. That would be our environmental committee meeting on August 7th, 2025. Any questions? All those in favor? Carried. Okay, let's go to item 6.3. Councilors' reports. Deputy?
Yes, Mr. Goldberg. You been doing anything lately?
Yeah, we had the fire exec committee, things we questioned there this time around with the costs of hydro difference between the two halls. I guess come to the conclusion that the Wyoming Hall is certainly used a lot more than the Kamalaki Hall for training, and a lot of it's at nights and evenings, and the size of the buildings and the air conditioners in the hot summer kind of come to the conclusion why those costs are so high. We also had a pretty good in-depth discussion on the dispatch system, conclusion there. We had also a pretty good discussion on the quarterly budget report, the cost of training. The fellow councillor Rodriguez identified the fact that we're beyond the budgeted amount. Chief is very well aware of that and try to make some changes the best he can to rectify that, although all those firefighters have to be totally qualified by July 1st, 2026. And we knew the training costs were going to be high, but we didn't think we were going to exceed our budget by already quarter. And that was a big discussion. We discussed our calendar for 2026. You know, it's a question why November was taken off. Well, guess what? It's election year next year, and the committees won't be chosen until later after November meeting. The other thing we discussed certainly about the new stoplights and about how the firefighters needed to be notified, you know, could be holdups and stuff like that because of the lights, and they need to be well aware that they're also notified about there's going to be work done on the CN crossing in October. Was discussed, the firefighters need to be well aware of that to make plans. And there was discussion on the old fire truck, whether it be available for the fall fair, which is close, but not close enough. Apologize for that. I thought it was going to be ready. Other than that, we discussed asked a question about where the fire department is going to be for the fall fairs. As everybody knows, there's the fairs going on here, which will be probably Wyoming. And then out at Kamalaki, there's, what do they call that? In the park.
Summer send-up.
Kamalaki will be there doing some teaching and training to the public.
Yep.
So it was a long meeting, but a good meeting.
So might the fire truck be ready for Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Santa? Yeah, we'll push that a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, no promises.
Mr. Van Claveren?
I have nothing to report, Deputy Mayor.
Nothing. Okay, well,
Absolutely.
I won't ask any questions. Yeah. Mr. Van Vaizey. Mr. Vaizey.
Yeah. We had committee of adjustment last night. We'll be bringing back
to this committee. Um, a better report on the second dwelling and on the same residence. They got some stuff through open house October-ish
Mhm.
or something like it. And then anyway, I'll have a report coming to us probably mid-October.
Good.
Nothing exciting there.
Okay. Ms. Rodriguez.
Yes, I was also at the fire exec and I did ask the question, would it be ready for
Yeah.
Christmas? And they did say a little bit.
Good.
The trails meeting, at the county there. Lots of changes going on with the structure, the committee. And we are at, final design and printing stage for the maps to go out. So a subcommittee has been formed to do that. Which I will be on and, we'll be meeting at, they're gonna utilize the boardroom at our office for that.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll have everything finalized by our final meeting of the year and ready to print and get out by the spring. And we'll have the addition of QR codes so we can work people towards the digital platform, yes. So,
Okay,
the
thank you.
Water Trails was very helpful, a lot of good resources in Blue Water, that committee to help push things forward.
Mr.
Thank you, Deputy. A couple of things. First of all, on behalf of Councillor Bojan, who will be joining us within 15-20 minutes, he asked me to share with you that the Environmental Services Committee discussed contract extension options with Jacobs, and there was a lot of good discussion amongst the staff and committee. It'll be coming to council for further discussion in the near future. I want to go over to Council Vasey, the Misfit Elves. I understand there's a bike run and classic car run. Is that coming up in October, is it?
October 4th.
October 4th. And all the proceeds from that do go to the Christmas for Everyone?
Correct.
All right. After the last council meeting, I had the opportunity to go to Kamlaki to the outdoor movie that was being hosted by the Kamlaki Fire Association. A good crowd, and the association did an excellent job providing hot dogs and snacks and up their profile, and was very well received by the community out there. I also had the opportunity to attend the Lambton County Plowing Match. Opportunity to be a judge with the Queen of the Furrow. And I want to thank Councillor Van Claveren for the use of his trailer, where the judges were able to meet with the contestants. There was 4 of them. And the winner was actually Tanner DeGurse, who is granddaughter of former deputy mayor of our municipality. And I did have the good luck of coming in second in the plowing, beat out by another full-time farmer that uses the same tractor, but I don't hold any grudges against Mayor Ferguson at all. And I had the opportunity to be at the dedication of some park benches at Kamlaki Diamond #1 on behalf of the Kassir family, which was a very emotional and a very well attended event and well appreciated by the community. And we thank the family for their contributions for that. And I'll remind everybody of this coming Friday night is the opening ceremonies of the 179th Plympton-Wyoming Agricultural Society's Fall Fair, the oldest fall fair in Lambton County. And I believe sources tell me that one of our own councillors, the world-renowned auctioneer, could be auctioning off the pie auction. So if you're there, keep your hands free. We'll be working the crowd. So that's all that I have this time.
Well, that's lots. Thank you.
Okay. What about you?
Well, yeah, I went to a museum, actually, Plympton-Wyoming Historical Society meeting, and they are going to have a pre-Remembrance Day event at the Petroleum Discovery. The display is about Canada's role in World War I, and it's on October the 4th. So if anybody's interested in all that, get down there. There's an old schoolhouse with one-room schoolhouse. There's only one room, one school. Okay. And that's where they'll be situated. So if you want to sort of look at that.
Is that the schoolhouse that used to be in Marthaville? I wonder.
I have no idea where it came from. No.
It's on the across from Township Hall. Is that Rokeby?
Oh,
To be just east.
They moved it from there.
Pretty sure that's, I think.
So it's not the one. Not the bill. Anyway, I'll probably remind you again at the end of the month about that, so that's all I got. So I'm done.
All right, good. Thank you. All right, let's go to item 7.1. I have a motion by Councillor Van Claveren, seconded by Councillor Basie, that council remuneration claims for August 2025 be approved for payment. All those in favor? Carried. Staff reports 8.1. By my power of the, I'm going to defer item 8.1 until we get Councillor Bojan here. This will need him for a quorum, so we'll defer 8.1 until he arrives. Let's go to item 8.2. This will move by Councillor Rodriguez, seconded by Councillor Basie, that the report by Adam Szymanski, Chief Administrative Officer, dated September the 9th, 2025, regarding an application for funding in the 2025 Rural Ontario Development Program grant recommendation be received, and that council supports the application for the development of an economic development strategy. Any questions for Mr. Szymanski? Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried. Okay, council, let's go to item 9.1. A motion by Councillor Wolbett, seconded by Councillor Van Claveren, that collection bylaw 92 of 2025 for maintenance, repair, improvement of drainage works initiated in the municipality of Lambton Shores and the city of Sarnia be approved, taken as having been read 3 times, and finally passed, and the mayor and clerk be authorized to sign the said bylaw accordingly, and that the costs of work completed be assessed to property owners based on the attachment assessment schedules and collected in the manner outlined within the bylaw. Questions? All those in favor? Carried. Item 10, clerk, has there been any correspondence that's come in since the agenda was printed? Okay. Let's go to item 11.1, moved by Councillor Rodriguez, seconded by Councillor Basie. Correspondence items A to D relating to recommended reading and routine approval and information items not otherwise addressed by resolution be noted as received by the Plympton-Wyoming Council and filed accordingly. That's items A to D. Beginning on my left, anything for anybody to pull or recognize? Councilor Wolbett?
I was reading up on this item B, the city of Brantford advocates for provincial scrap metal legislation and bail system reform. It's kind of an interesting read. And as we all know, this whole copper thing has become a big, huge deal. It's everywhere, right to the point where they're up cutting off your telephone lines, up the pole and everything else. Now, I looked to see if Plympton-Wyoming had any kind of bylaws for that kind of thing, and I couldn't find any. But the same with this whole bail reform system, that's becoming quite a big thing in the whole province about how easy it is to get your bail and stuff. So I don't know if we just want to receive and file or whether we want to support it or not, but if the least amount, take a read with the rest of the councillors if you haven't all already. I'm sure you have, but yeah, I think you're going to see more of this kind of stuff.
So you'd like to just draw it to our attention then?
Yes, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think there's much. We don't have a scrap yard in Wyoming that I know of, so.
Okay,
Thank you.
anything else to my left?
Thank you.
All right. Okay, all those in favor? Carried. All right, new business. Councillor Basie,
I have nothing at this time, thank you.
Rodriguez,
You haven't even, you deferred 8.1, but under new business, I was just gonna note that I may be bringing a motion forward at the next council meeting regarding just to put in a more maybe a more formal policy like we did with grants for the tax exemptions.
Okay.
But I just want to speak to staff.
Possibility you're gonna do a notice of motion. Okay, anything else? Debbie?
Well, thank you.
Okay, clear that order, business is closed. That basically takes us to a closed session. Or we have drainage at 6, do we not?
3 meetings at 6, yes.
6. So we still have to go back to 8.1 when Counselor Bojan is here. So,
Don't know if you want to rush your closed matters, sir.
I probably not, no.
So would it be
Take a break.
reasonable to take a break either to Councillor Bojan arrives or 6 o'clock, whichever arrives first?
Yes, I think that would be acceptable. So those of you that are joining with us virtually will be taking a break until 6 o'clock and or until Councillor Bojan arrives, and we'll be taking care of item 8.1, and then we'll be going to drainage at 6 o'clock, chaired by Councillor Van Claver. Thank you very much. Okay, welcome back, everyone. We're going to go to item 8.1, which was previously deferred. I will now turn the chair over to the deputy mayor. How many deputies are on? For this item, I will be declaring a conflict of interest and stepping up.
We'll also declare a conflict.
So we still have,
Four, you're good.
You just got here.
so
Yeah, go.
we have a motion to us. Moved by Mr. Wolvet. Well, we can't move that then. Oh,
Right.
you know, some, can I
I
just,
think I'd move this. Correct my name there.
Oh.
Yeah, my name's already on there. Yeah.
yes. So.
Sir Bojan or Councillor Rodriguez, would you like to move the motion? Councillor Bojan is moving.
And. Second. Okay, moved by Alex Vaughan and seconded by Ms. Rodriguez, that the report by Christine Houston, Deputy Treasurer, Tax Collector, dated August 25, 2025, regarding the not-for-profit tax relief requests be received. That relief of the municipal portion of the 2025 property taxes be approved for the Wyoming Lions Club, Model Lodge IOOF, Burns Masonic Temple, and Harvest Time Bride Tabernacle. Any questions? In favor? Carried. That was good.
Break time again.
Yeah.
I'm still on your motion. We're online. Can you show? Probably.
How you doing? No, we're not, this thing will be okay, doing, get that. Positive.
So, council, we're going to take a 5-minute break to start the drainage meeting right at 6 o'clock. Councillor Van Claveren, who do you require to be with?
So I have excused Counselor Bojan and Counselor Wolvet
Oh.
for the court of revisions. We just got here. It's true. It's true. They can.
All right, so we'll be back in 6 minutes.
Thank you very much.
Started on our first of 3 drainage meetings tonight. A welcome to everybody here. If you're online with us as well, we extend a welcome to you. Our first drainage meeting is the quarter revision for the park drain. At this point, if you have a pecuniary interest in that drain, you could declare that now. The purpose of the quarter revision is to hear appeals from landowners regarding the schedule of assessment only, set out in the engineer's report dated July 9th, 2025 for the Waterside Estates drain. The Court of Revision has no authority to change the engineer's report in any way, no design changes. The schedule of assessment may be altered, but the total must remain the same. If one assessment is reduced, then the other assessments must be increased to balance. Allow me to introduce the members of the court and staff present. Our Mayor, Gary Atkinson, Deputy Mayor Nettie McEwen, Councillors Mike Vasey, Kristen Rodriguez. I'm John Van Claveren. I'm the chair. We have our drainage clerk, Jessica Wilson here. Director of Public Works, Paul De Silva. Our CAO is also here, Adam, and Lisa Smeekin, our deputy clerk. Mr. Josh Warner is our engineer on this project, and we'll turn the floor over to you, Josh.
Thank you. Through the chair. So the park drain report has been prepared under section 76 of the Drainage Act. And as such provides schedules for the assessment of costs when maintenance and repair on the drainage work is completed. Schedule of maintenance for the open channel portion of the park drain has been assessed with 60% applied as a benefit assessment and the remainder as an outlet assessment. Schedule of maintenance for the closed portion of the park drain has been assessed with 60% applied to the benefiting property and the remainder applied as an outlet assessment. The report also provides cost sharing provisions for maintenance, repair, and replacement of the culverts that have been specified as part of the previous reports. For this court's consideration, I have provided my recommended revisions to the schedules and plan as a result of a severance and a property updating their farm tax class status. To date, I have not received any verbal or written appeals and any comments or questions.
Thank you, Josh. Is there any list of appeals on the assessment here this evening? Thank you, Jessica. Any questions from any landowners that might be here? Any questions from council? Okay. I have a motion here signed by Councillor Vasey, seconded by Deputy Mayor McEwen. The court confirms the revised schedule of assessment and schedule of maintenance open drain for the park drain section 76 report 2025 is submitted by the engineer on August the 20th, 2025, as well as the schedule of maintenance closed drain contained in the report dated July 9th, 2025. All in favor? It's carried. I have a motion signed by Councillor Vasey, second by Deputy Mayor McEwen. Court of revision meeting for the park drain section 76, 2025. Be adjourned. Favor? It's also carried. I need it.
Shortened it up.
We are gonna slide right into our second drainage meeting. This is a quarter revision for the Waterside stage drain. Are there any declarations of pecuniary interest at this time? Seeing none. Allow me to introduce the members of our court and staff present. Mayor Gary Atkinson, Deputy Mayor Nettie McEwen, Councillors Mike Vasey and Kristen Rodriguez, our drainage clerk Jessica Wilson, Director of Public Works Paul De Silva, Lisa Smeekins, our deputy clerk, and our CAO Zbansky. Once again, Josh Warner is our engineer on this particular project. Josh, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. So the Waterside Estates drain has been prepared under section 4 of the Drainage Act in order to incorporate the existing structure that was completed as part of the development. A benefit assessment of $20 has been assessed to all developed properties with storm services outletting to the storm main. The remaining cost of the drainage works has been assessed with 70% of the cost applied as a benefit assessment, and the remainder to the road authority, and then the remainder of the cost assessed as an outlet assessment to upstream link roads. To date, again, I have not received any verbal or written appeals.
Okay, thank you once again. Any questions from those in council chambers tonight, landowners? Any written appeals, Jessica? Questions on council? Great. I have a motion, Councillor Vacy, and seconded by Deputy Mayor McEwen, that the court confirms the revised schedule of assessment and schedule of maintenance open drain for the Park Drain Section 76 report 2025 submitted by the engineer on August 20th, 2025, as well as the schedule of maintenance closed drain contained in the report. Yes,
That's the wrong.
is that the wrong one? Pardon me. It was sounding similar. Right?
Other side.
Waterside, here I am. Okay, let me try that again, right from the top. And a motion signed by Deputy Mayor McEwen, seconded by Councillor Vacy, that the court confirms the schedule of assessment for the Watersides Estates drain as contained in the engineer's report dated July 9th, 2025. All in favor? Carried. Motion moved by Councillor Vacy and seconded by Deputy Mayor McEwen, that the Court of Revision meeting for the Watersides Estates drain be adjourned. All in favor? It's carried. Thanks, Josh.
Comment.
That is a good sign.
You were.
No, it's
Our third drainage meeting is the Shea Ferguson drain. The explanation of the purpose of this meeting is to discuss the technical aspects of the report dated August 15th, 2025, the Shea Ferguson drain. If there are assessment concerns, these will be addressed at the Court of Revision. Let me introduce our council and staff personnel present. Mayor Gary Atkinson, Mayor Nettie McEwen, Councilors Bob Bovat, Kristen Rodriguez, Easy, Bojan, Drainage Clerk Jessica Wilson, Public Works Paul De Silva, Deputy Clerk Lisa Speakins, and CAO Adam Sabansky. The engineer on this project is Mike Garretts. We're going to turn over to you now, Mike.
all right. This report's been prepared under section 78 of the Drainage Act as per the requests of recommendations of a drainage superintendent. The Shea Ferguson drain is an open channel and it extends from Michigan line up past the 402 to South Plympton Side Road. The report included schedules of maintenance for future culverts and future channel repair, as well as 3 culverts. Culvert number 1 is a split culvert between 2 properties. Culvert number 2 is a single culvert, and culvert number 3 was replaced under emergency services when it failed. The report's been assessed
with 50% of the cost assessed as an outlet assessment to the upstream lands based on equivalent hectares. The culvert one was assessed with an 8-meter top with riprap and protection, with 50% of the costs for the benefiting lands and the remainder upstream. The 2-meter culvert extension was assessed as a benefit to the requesting landowner. So that's a culvert that splits. It's on the property line. It was made a bit wider. The Kerrigans own both properties, so they put a wider culvert in, and they needed 2 extra meters just to make sure they get their equipment over. And so they were willing to pay for that. And then culvert 2 is an 8-meter top with 50% to the benefiting landowner, 50% upstream. And as well as culvert number 3, which was replaced under emergency services, which was 50% of the estimated cost of the benefiting landowner, 50% upstream. There have been allowances provided in the report, scheduled maintenance in the report, a plan and profile in the report, and I'm available to answer any questions.
Thank you, Michael. Any questions online, Lisa?
No, no one has logged in online.
Any written questions? Any questions on council? I have a motion signed by Deputy Mayor McEwen, seconded by Councillor Mike Vasey, that the report Mike Garrett's engineer of M. Garrett's Consulting Incorporated dated August the 15th, 2025 regarding the Shea Ferguson drain be referred back to the engineer for further discussion and revisions. No? Oh, no, pardon me. Pardon me. Let me start from the topic. Okay, I definitely have a motion moved by Councillor Vasey and seconded by Deputy Mayor McEwen. We are accepting this design dated August the 15th, 2025 regarding the Shea Ferguson drain. Be adopted as presented, and that provisional bylaw 93 of 2025 be taken as having been read a first and second time, and the mayor and clerk be authorized to sign the said bylaw accordingly. All in favor? That is carried. Motion signed by Deputy Mayor McEwen, seconded by Councillor Mike Vasey, that the consideration meeting Shea Ferguson drain be adjourned. All in favor? It's carried. Thank you so much, everybody. How to keep your drainage clerk sharp. Thanks, Jessica. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Mike. Those that are still with us this evening, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for being with us. We're going to now be going in camera, and after that, we'll come back out and close down for the evening. So thank you again for being with us.